Hello, here I have a UPS, and as you can see, this UPS is showing me the red light, and there are so many reasons that could cause this. I'm going to show you how to fix this problem if you stay tuned. So, this is a blue gate, and this can also work for any kind of UPS, could be blue gate, APC, or whatever kind of blue gate. First thing you want to do, ensure that your UPS is off and not connected to any source of power. Then we are going to take out the screws that is holding the UPS together, because we want to open this and see what is going on inside the UPS. So I have been able to get the screws out, so I'll just pry the front end open this way. Alright, so this is it. This is what it looks like inside the UPS. So what we want to do is to get access to the board, because since it's showing red light, that means a certain amount of power is going into the UPS and getting to the board. But for one reason or the other, the board is not going into the ready state for the UPS to be able to work the way it ought to work. So what I'm going to do now is to detach all the cables attached to the board and examine the board properly. So carefully look at the motherboard and then remove all the cables that is attached to the motherboard. Carefully remove all of them. Alright, so I have been able to remove some of the cables that is attached to the board. I will have to remove all the cables that is connected to this board. I want to be able to test the board and check if something is wrong with the board. Now, the reason why I'm saying that the problem is likely from the board is because the power is going to the board normally. For it to show a red light, that means the UPS is receiving a certain amount of power, but one thing or the other is causing it not to go into ready state for it to be able to work and do what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to concentrate on the logic board. But to do that, I have a couple of cables that are attached to the logic board, which I am going to have to remove so that I can work on this. Alright, so let's look. You can see closely that we have something that looks like a burnt mark. These areas here, these gray areas, you can see the brownish stuff as if it is burnt or about to get burnt due to excessive heat in that area. Well, although I would expect that to happen considering the fact that that is where the main transistor is located, and I know a certain amount of high voltage passes through that area, so I expect that might not be the problem. I'm going to test other things too. I'm considering the chip. There is a chip here that normally goes bad often. So that is one of the things that we are going to look at. But first, I'm going to take out the screws so that it can enable me access this board properly. If you haven't done already, remember, like and subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of videos on how to fix a whole lot of office equipment, so like and subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share if you want to. So I have removed some screws here, so I am going to separate the board from the top panel. But to do that, you have to remove all the screws, including the screw in the middle. Now, if for one reason or the other if your own board is messed up this way, you can get another board. If you can't find a way to get another board, you can just check the link in my description. I leave a link to where you can be able to get any part of any UPS that you can't get your hands on. I can get all of them for you. Just go through the link in my description. You'll be able to get whatever part you need for any of your office equipment. So this is like an office equipment site where you can get a whole lot of parts and spare parts for all kinds of gadgets and devices you have within your office. So I have been able to remove the board so that I can access it properly and check what is wrong with this motherboard. So from the look of things, the problem will likely be from the motherboard. Power is coming in through the power outlet, the power inlet of the device, and power is going through you can see the big transformer here. Power is going through the big transformer and going into the board, but for one reason or the other, the board is not processing the power to be able to do the work that the UPS is supposed to do. So the problem most likely lies within the logic board area. So what you can do is to try to repair the logic board, but some of the parts to repair the logic board will be scarce. It depends on the brand you're working with. If you're working with brands like APC or Blue Gates and the rest like that, to be able to get the chip that you need to fix this, it might be a bit hard, because these are not chips that you can get easily in the market like that. So you might have to just change the board completely. And if you check within your vicinity you can get the board, you can just check the link within in the description below, so that you can be able to get the board. You can get all kinds of spare parts for any office equipment that you want to. Alright, so I have been able to detach this board. So I want to remove the remaining screws that is holding these cables to the board. And one of the things you want to do is to mark out these cables so that you know where each cable is going to. So that will help you ascertain the proper location of the cable, so that you won't make mistake while replacing the motherboard back. Alright, this is what the board looks like. I've detached the cables, and you can see that we have a lot of burnt marks here, but the capacitors looks fine. So although we'll still test again with my multimeter, so I'll check the other side for burnt areas also. You can see this area appear to be burnt, but I want to assume that is where the problem would be. The problem is likely from the chip. Most of the time the problem is always on the microchip on the board. So if I replace the microchip directly under this, I will have solved the problem. So what I'm going to do, if I don't have the chip available, or if you do not have the chip available, you should just get the logic board. The logic board for this is readily available in the market online, near you. And if you still can't get it anywhere online, you can just check the link in my comment section. Thank you for watching. I'll see you some other time.